Welcome back to the Lights Out podcast, bedtime stories for boys and girls around the world. Good evening, boys and girls. Are you ready for bed? Are you all snuggled up and ready for another Lights Out bedtime story? Good, because you're in for a treat tonight as we pull another story from the vault, and this is a story by me called The Stubborn Top Button. Once upon a time, there was a bunch of buttons, and they were all very friendly. But, as you know, if you've ever tried to fasten your top button, you know that it's very, very difficult. And for those mummies and daddies that have tried to fasten the top button of any baby's clothes, you know it's especially stubborn. And so this is the story about how the top button became stubborn. It all started when the top button became a bit too big for his boots, or too proud, or the button was a show-off. I'm the top, I'm the best, I'm the first. And it grew bigger and bigger and puffed his chest out until the button that used to be the same size as all the other buttons was bigger than the rest and slightly bigger than the hole he was supposed to go into. And so that's why the top button is always difficult to fasten. It's stubborn, and it's proud, and it's bashful. And because it's the top, it thinks it's the best and puffs its chest out. And so it's always difficult to fasten. And so that's why people now start at the bottom button and work their way up. And they leave often the top button undone because they don't want to fasten the stubborn button. As a daddy of 3 babies, I often leave the top button. But anybody with babies knows you can't leave the top button undone on a baby's clothes. So that's the story of the stubborn top button. A nice little short one. The end of The Stubborn Top Button by Martyn Kenneth. Here on the Lights Out podcast. Bedtime stories for boys and girls and stubborn buttons around the world. Good night.